And gents, whoever's listening, happy Thursday. I am Mary Kim Farkas, one of the directors in the Mom Link, and I'm super excited to share today with you one of our directors, Mary Massey, who is the director of all media. And if you follow us in the Mom Link, you can see our social media exploding and how fabulous it looks. This woman right here, that's just one of the gifts of Mary Massey, and we're so excited today to share with you what Mary Massey does, what she's going to be sharing with us, giving you actionable tools and tips and hands-on at our upcoming summit virtual. So that means it doesn't matter where you are in this world, and it's free, FREE. So there's no excuse. You need to sign up, grab your free ticket, invite a friend, invite another female entrepreneur. And you know what? If you have a college woman in your life, if you have someone who you mentor, let's get them in this space. Because I know as a businesswoman since I was 19 and even earlier in that, doing these little side hustles as a kid, if I had business tools in my pocket early on, I would not have had to stumble and fall or figure it out all by myself. And so that is the gift and of the Mom Link is we really are not gatekeepers, and we really love to share our knowledge so the next woman has the tools and they don't have to figure it out themselves. We give based on our experience, and all the stuff that we don't need, we don't share, but all the stuff that we know are valuable and that can be implemented right away, we share that. And that is just a little nugget about what you're going to find out and see next Friday, June 23rd, starting at noon at our free virtual business summit. And so with that, I had the pleasure not only to have Mary in my life at a brunch, and if you ladies were at the brunch in February in New Jersey, you see how dynamic and powerful she is. And now as part of the team that we're both directors on the Mom Link team, I get to see her work ethics and how she shows up and always giving. And Mary, you're just a true phenomenal human being, a woman, and you're doing all the things. She loves plants and Zumba and all these things. So share a little bit about who you are, Mary, before you get into kind of what you're going to be doing at the summit coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. So my journey as an entrepreneur began so long ago with web design and development. When I decided to leave corporate, I was on maternity leave. So we knew that we weren't going to go back to work, that I was going to go back to work. I wanted to be there for my baby. I wanted to work from home. I already had a list of clients where I was working with web design and development. I had small to medium sized businesses that I was serving with designing their site, developing the back end. I had a team of people working with me to do the things that I didn't like doing, like the database stuff and all the extra programming that went along with certain websites. But I handled a lot of the design, a lot of the front end stuff, the video editing, all the creative stuff. That was all me. So I did that for a while, for a few years, dedicated, specifically just that. That's all I did. And then in 2007, my dad passed away, and I ended up getting really, really depressed. So after a few months, I ended up finding this class at the gym called Zumba. It was in 2007, the fall of 2007. And I fell in love with it. And it was kind of like my therapy hour. So that right there, that moment led me to so many more things that I never really saw myself doing. I was always kind of like behind the scenes, I never even met with clients face to face. Everything I did was always on the phone. I never left the house basically to meet with anybody. So when I went into that whole Zumba world, that's when all of a sudden my social skills kind of like began to come out a little bit more, because I was very much into myself, into my shell. And it was therapy for me. So after I became a licensed Zumba instructor, I was already a group fitness certified instructor. Then I became a personal trainer, then a nutritionist. And then when I saw that there was a big need for more mindset shift with my ladies, because unless I was with them, there was no real change, so they would just fall off the wagon. That's when I began to look into life coaching. And that's what really helped me tremendously deal with a lot of my own issues, my own traumas and setbacks, and being stuck and not being able to understand where my life was going. So that changed everything, because now what I do is I actually provide lifestyle coaching personal growth strategy and social media coaching to women entrepreneurs, which brought me to the Mom Link. And to me, that was like a massive transition, because at the time I was already involved with maybe three other networking groups, and I didn't see the growth for myself. I felt like I was just like throwing my money away. And after a while, you're like, okay, wait a minute, I need to start being a little bit smart here and not just throw the money away. Because to me, I was like, yeah, I'm investing in myself, but I wasn't seeing a return. And that was something that really was a huge eye opener for me last year. So yeah, so in a nutshell, that's me. I have all of these different skills that I bring to my own business, and it's important for me to always make sure that I learn everything first, that I take action on those things that I learn before I bring them to other people.
I love that. I love you shared your journey, right? Because each of us have been on different journeys, right? But then one, giving yourself that gift to step out of your comfort zone, right? When you said you were starting your business and worked with a bunch of people, and you hired people to do the things that you did not love to do or you didn't want to do, right? And that is about having a team, right? That supports you and collaborates with you to come to an end result. And that is also the gift of what we do in the Mom Link, right? We have a team and our membership, and every single member within our community, whether you have a title or not, you are an expert in your field,
Mhm.
with your product, service, or business, whatever that looks like. Or maybe you're just not just a mom, because that's not what I mean. But like, you could just be a mom, and you're an expert in how you run your household. You are the CEO, owner of your entire house, and so you are an expert. And that's how we view all of our members, and just sharing with one another. How can we build? How can we connect together to collaborate to grow? And you're not going to grow in life or business solo. And I really believe as human beings, we were not made to do life solo, but so many of us, based on our past or current situation, it's safer sometimes we feel to do it solo. So I'm proud for you stepping out of your comfort zone and just be able to allow yourself to bloom, right? And we all need that. It's just that one thing. Maybe it's that one person that you run into, or maybe you go to a Zumba class, right? And you're like, oh, I get this, and this helps my mental health, and this helps me get out of my comfort zone, and
Right.
having fun, and I'm getting my mind off life. Whatever that looks like, that's what you get when being around community, because there's so many people that you may have not have met before that can resonate with you, and it just takes that 1 second. So I love that you share that. um and Mary, I want to say, like, every time, so I'm going to share this really quick, and then we can go into kind of what you're going to be sharing at the summit. So when Chat GPT came out, Mary was the first one. Let's do a workshop. Let's get a class going. And she studied it, and she right away poured into our community. And literally, I think it was like a weekend or two after that, Mary, that I went to this big, like, what is it, an in-person event, and you had these billionaires there sharing about their expertise in real estate and finance and all these things. And one of the people was like a tech head, and he's like, who knows about Chat GPT? And of course I raised my hand, and I think there was two other people in the room. So thank you. And that is the power of the Mom Link. And I wanted to say that it was so powerful because I feel like I know this, right? I may not have the all the tools, but I'm aware of it. And
Yeah.
that is exactly what we do with our community, because when one lady, whether you're a member or not, that member or a title, which means not that it means nothing, but just part of our community, we want to share, right, the knowledge. Like, how do I share? We are not gatekeepers. So I love that you said shared that, and I made myself feel like, yeah, I know this, right? So it was like pretty cool. So thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, it's a great tool to use. And like anything else, because I'm in that space where I'm very creative and I'm also very technical, to me, I don't find certain things intimidating. That for sure I don't find intimidating. I once put together a whole entertainment system by myself when my husband was away on business. I went to Costco, bought all this stuff, put it together myself. He came home, he was like, "Whoa, what is all this?" I've always really enjoyed that. So because I do, I love to teach it, because I know that there are so many women out there who just get a little overwhelmed with the tech, and they'll end up calling themselves, "Oh, I'm so low tech. I'm so tech advantaged, or disadvantaged." So I'm here to say that it's not so bad. It's actually something that once you take the time to learn, you can actually become an expert at it. Like really, you might say, okay, I'm not an expert, but yeah, you become an expert at the things that you do because they're beneficial, they're important for your business. Just like social media, for example, we need to understand it inside and out before we go just throwing videos and photos on TikTok or Instagram without having a proper strategy. So all of these things are very important to understand. And when it comes to technology that comes, we have to be aware of what's going on because as we continue to grow and evolve, other people are also going to continue to grow and evolve. And if you have that mindset of, oh no, this is a little too intimidating for me, then other people are going to pass you by. And then before you realize it, because in the tech world, things move so quick, before you realize that you're so behind now, you can't catch up. And no matter what you do, it almost seems like you're trying to catch up to the competition rather than understanding really who you are and what is necessary for your business. And I feel that right now, with all of these artificial intelligence technologies that we have to be aware, even if we don't agree with what's going on, because I know that there's a lot of discussion on that. We still have to educate ourselves and be aware and see how it is that we can actually leverage it for our businesses because there are tools out there that are definitely meant for good, and how you use them is how your own business and your life is going to be impacted. Never mind anybody else. So focus on you. So with ChatGPT, of course, it's a tool that just came out just a few months ago, and the growth has been exponential already. And it's really a tool that you can use to help you to fill in those gaps where, for example, not necessarily the gaps of knowledge, okay, because if you know your stuff, you know your stuff, but fill in those gaps of time. So for me, how I use it, because I started a podcast also. So I have a podcast, I have my website, I have my community, I have so many things that I do besides being director of media for the Mom Link, that it's important for me to maximize my time. So what I'm going to be talking about on during my workshop is actually, Mary Kim, I'm going to be posting this later in the Mom Link account. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be asking for the ladies to tell me whether or not they want to be my guinea pig that day. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them from figuring out their ideal client, their pain points, to crafting content that is specifically for that client. So I'm going to show you the power of ChatGPT, and I'm going to take you from doing that to creating a whole social media strategy for yourself, a lead magnet, okay, and how to write the proper captions. And for the social media strategy, it also includes like carousel content and tying that into Canva. So I don't know how much time we're going to have for that, but I would love to take one lady through this, and you can be the one where I show you exactly what to do, because during that summit also, we're going to have somebody talking about business plans. Mm-hmm. Right. So that's crucial. So I really believe that when you're on social media, you also have to have a business plan for your social media. And this is where ChatGPT can really, really help you. So if you're like, I would like to set up an email list, how do I do it? I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, what type of emails you're going to be sending out, how to write them in a way that is actually in your voice, because we talk about all the things, right? And we say, okay, write in the tone of Tony Robbins or Mel Robbins or Oprah. But what about your tone? That's not your tone. People got so hung up on that. I'm like, wait a minute, what about understanding what it is that you offer? And there is a way to do that so that your content is always going to be on point and it will always be in your tone of voice.
I love that. I love that. And if anyone knows me, right, I'm tech advantaged, I guess, but I am learning, right? It's being around like Mary Massey, our community, and just being open to what tech is, right? And it's practice, right? And if you think back of when you started anything in life, right? You either went to school or you kept practicing, right? And it's just like getting over that mindset, which I've been doing as well. And I'm very proud. I've been able to figure some things out in our Mom Link system. So I'm just here to say, if I can figure it out and manage it, it really is good for everyone. So I'm very proud of myself for that. But also, Mary, I love that you shared is being open to change, right? Whether it's a tech new AI tool or a pivot in business that you have to go, right? because even if you create a business plan and a social plan and all these plans in life or in business, you're going to have to pivot, but be open to it, because sometimes it's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing to where you're supposed to be, kind of thing. So I love that you share
Mhm.
that. And definitely click on the link to get your summit tickets. What is it again, Mary? The Mom Link Club
Yes, it's the momlinkclub.com/virtual ticket.
virtual ticket. That's it. So definitely get your free tickets. Definitely make sure you have a pen that's working, a notepad. I mean, go to the dollar store for $1.25, get a brand new notepad, because not only Mary is going to pour into each one of you and give you tangible tricks, tips, and all and actionable tools right away. Our entire speaker panel is going to be doing the exact same thing, and you do not want to miss a thing. So be prepared, get your thinking cap on. And if you have business questions before you join us on Friday, just write them down, right? Because I'm sure we're going to answer every single one. But if there's one that we did not answer, please, we're an open community. Ask the question, take not advantage, but take the opportunity, being in our space, to these phenomenal experts that we're going to have. And we want you to take all the notes and ask all the questions. So I'm excited, Mary. You are a powerhouse. I cannot wait to see these ladies that are going to join us Friday, June 23rd at our virtual summit. Besides all the actionable actions for business and tools and tips that you're going to learn, we are dropping on some secret announcements that you
Yeah.
definitely want to be part of. Like you've been hearing, we are creating a revolution, a global revolution. We have women across the entire globe, and we're taking women, supporting women in business to a whole new level. And I'm super excited, because it's definitely going to be FOMO for those of you who don't come to the summit and hear what's coming next. Um, with that, what else would you like to share, and what are you hoping that they gained from you? Like, what is the one big thing that you can't wait to, like, when you leave your segment, that everyone who's listening is going to gain something from?
Yeah, well, typically, whenever I do these master classes, and actually we have one tonight on ChatGPT as well for our community. So if you're watching, you're like, oh, I want in right now, then definitely get in touch with us because we can send you a link for a free class tonight. So the one thing that I always feel so good about is when I'm talking and I share something and the ladies go, wow, I was today years old when I found that out, you know? And it's so funny to me because to me it's like such a simple thing. But again, not everybody knows these things, and we all have different ways of doing things. So if I can help you minimize the amount of time that you spend creating your content or editing a video or even coming up with ideas, then I feel like I'm winning and you're winning and I'm helping you win. So for me, it's all about really sharing from the heart and giving away as much value as possible. And I feel like now I'm so happy that I have a platform to do that. And women that actually do want to tune in and do want to learn and want to grow. So that's the key there, is to have that open mind and to want to grow. So yes, I'm excited for tonight because we are doing a masterclass on ChatGPT again with more advanced kind of prompts and things like that. And for the summit, I feel like everyone is going to be ready that day. So a lot of the times you'll go to summit and there's a lot of motivational stuff, and that's fine. But where's the actionable stuff? You know, like you can sit there and listen to a motivational speaker, but is that motivational speaker going to actually tell you step one, step two, step three? Here you go. Because what ends up happening is, and I'm just going to say it, Mary
Go
Kim,
ahead, I'm ready.
you go to these events and there's that sell, there's the sell,
Yes.
right? Like a lot of people will speak to sell. So that's what ends up happening. So you go to these events and at the end of their speech or whatever they're sharing, their motivational speech, they're going to sell you into a program.
Yes.
That's not going to happen at the Mom Link. Okay, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're actually going to give you the tools. You're going to come with a pen and paper and you're going to write down all the things that you are going to be taking action on that day. From the business plan that we talked about, Heather's going to be talking about different ways to monetize different apps that she uses, like affiliate marketing and Clapper and things like that. We are going to have somebody talking about automation as well. TC's going to be talking about automation. We're going to have our very own special announcement that day. And I'm going to be telling you every little thing that you need to do in order to get your social media strategy and everything else, your podcast episodes outlined, everything. So if you are available, definitely come because by the time we are done, you're going to have so much to put into practice but not in a way that's going to overwhelm you either, because that's crazy. Okay. So everything is going to be done in a way that will benefit you. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to all of that.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. And I love that you said that about the other summits. I've been to summits and different workshops since I was 20. So 30 years going to them. And they're always trying to sell something. It's self service, right? But that's not kind of how we function. So I love that you mentioned that, Mary. So definitely join us if you want to go have a sneak peek and join our free masterclass today. That we could share out a link to get a little taste to what Mary's going to do. Tap into myself or Mary. We'll give you a link for a one-time opportunity to come into our community and listen to what Mary has to share. What time is it? 7 p.m. Correct, Mary?
Tonight, yes. Tonight, the class is at 7 p.m.
Okay, yes. So
And
happen.
yeah. Oh, one other thing, we have a special class on Saturday morning too. We're going to have a little dance party on Zoom. So if you're interested in joining that, it's going to be at 9 a.m. this Saturday with myself and Tangi Brewer, Dr. Tangi, who's also a director here at the Mom Link. And we're going to put our dancing skills together. We're going to bring you a nice hour of sweaty, fun Zumba via Zoom. And it's open to everyone. That is a 100% free event. So look out for the information in our social media channels.
Definitely. And I'm going to be there. And I'm going to put a disclaimer. Back in the day when aerobics came out, I went to try it and stuff. And by the time I got the steps, they were like 5 steps in front of me. So no judgment at all. You'll probably get a few laughs from watching me, but I'm going to be there. My son is home, so I'm sure he'll want to do some dancing too. So definitely stay connected with both of us. We're going to continue to share what's going on in the Mom Link. Jump on board to the free stuff that we're offering inside our community and outside our community. Tap into Mary Massey, our director of media. I'm Mary Kim Farkas, the director of member engagement. And so anything questions that you may have, I'm an open book. Reach out to me. I am Mary Kim Farkas across all platforms. So you can find me all the places just like Mary. And we cannot wait to see you on Friday, on Friday next week, the 23rd. This Saturday, come have some fun. Get out all that stuff about whatever's going on for the week. Zumba it out on Saturday at 9 a.m. And this is all Eastern, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm super excited. Our summit's going to be amazing. And you don't want to miss the nuggets. Grab your pen, your notebook, and share it out. Let's share out the gifts of our community with your friends and so on and so on. So,
yes. Well, thank you, Mary Kim, for taking the time. And thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.